The Committee on Parole is called back to order. The time is 9:40. Our next case is Mr. Jaime Rymel. Sir, would you please give us your full name and DLC number?
Jamie is my brother-in-law. I've been knowing him for like 15 years. He's a good man. He's always been a good uncle to my girls. They adore him. He's dependable. From our standpoint, he's very dependable. He always had a job. We I guess all roommated together for a couple years when we lived in Bossier. All I can tell you is he's a good man.
Okay. Okay.
He's trustworthy with my girls. I mean, there's nobody else I would trust more than him whenever it came to my children as a uncle. So
Well, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your comments. We'll now hear from Miss Jennifer David. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correct. Are you on, ma'am?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Hello. So Jamie is my brother. I am the other address that if he is released, that he would be living with if he can't get the interstate compact. I believe that he is ready to be released. I'm not really. I think that we were both under the impression that we were supposed to get questions, and so I apologize that I don't have a speech prepared. I think that Jamie lived with me for a long time. Me and Jamie roommated for a long time. And I believe that for many years, Jamie lived a very sensible, normal life. And I believe that there was probably a 2-year period to where he moved out and he roommated with some other people and he went down a negative path. And he didn't stay on it for very long. He got a CDL and he went back to just the norm that our family lives, the standards that our family lives by. And he's living the consequences of his actions for that period. And I don't fault that, but I do think that at this point he has paid for his consequences and he should be released. And he would, if this interstate compact is approved, he would be released to live with my father. My father was a preacher for many years. We come from a good family. And I would like to see him return to.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We appreciate your comments.
Thank
Rymel, is there anything you'd like to say before the panel votes?
No, sir.
Ms. Jackson?
Mr. Rymel, this case is very troubling for me. I don't feel like you've been really candid with this forward. This was a 12-year-old girl who just turned 12. You engaged in sexual conduct with her over the course of a number of years. And while you say the words that you're remorseful or you regret your actions, you really haven't taken responsibility for your actions. You're describing this 12-year-old as some seductress, some, manipulator who, forced herself on you and then tried to blackmail you and you were powerless to do anything about it. That shows me that you really haven't come to terms with what you actually did, the consequences that those actions had for the victim in this case. And even though you've gone through the sex offender treatment, what you got out of it is what it can do to help you not get caught up. But I don't think it helped you address what was it about you that would cause you to commit this crime against this young girl? And more importantly, how devastating that had to be for somebody that age to be in a sexual relationship with a man that was much older than her. And I do not believe that you were not aware that this girl was not 15 or 16 years old. Physically, there's a lot of difference between a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and 15 or 16-year-old. So I think you have some more work to do, Mr. Rymel. I don't think you're ready yet. I'm going to suggest that you, I don't know whether victim awareness that would help, but you need to find out what it was that would cause you or allow you to commit this kind of crime, and to own up to it and accept responsibility. I don't think you've done that today. And so my vote today is to deny.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Ms. Wise?
Mr. Rymel, I was really hoping that your interview would have went differently this morning. And I recognize it's just me putting it out there, and you had your sisters and your sister-in-law listening. You were a little guarded about sharing, but they love you. They're here to support you regardless of what you did. So go ahead and own it. They are here because they are for you. And I think today you didn't want to, you weren't honest with us. And that's what we need to see so that you can be successful when you go on the outside. So I concur with Ms. Jackson, and I hope you took down the advisement and reapply for your elder. My vote is to deny as well.
Mr. Rymel, you have 2 votes to deny your parole. I agree with my colleagues. I hope you heed their advice. Good luck to you.
Thank you.